Okay, in one of my previous videos, I scraped a list of companies, but the problem with lists like that is you don't really know anything about the companies you're scraping. So what I've done today is I've built a small AI agent that's going to research each company individually. It's going to score those leads to determine which ones are better for your business. And it's going to draft a contextual opening message automatically, giving you talking points and a much deeper personalization. Okay, so once I give the agent this data, the first thing it's going to do is going to analyze the website, and it's going to identify what the business actually does. And you're going to see on the screen right here, you're going to see this working in real time. It's going to start, after it's analyzed the website, it's going to start extracting signals, things like how the company generates leads and what their sales funnel looks like. And there you can see right there, there's 3 of them. It's already done the work there, and it's doing all this in the back end. I just gave it the prompt, and you're going to see that when you get into the tutorial. And then based on the signals, it's going to assign a simple lead score from 1 to 5. You can see here it's gave this one a 1. And the reason why, it's even said website lacks clear services, marketing, and lead capture methods. And basically it's just saying it doesn't have enough leads to qualify for my conversion system. So it's just ranking these based on the fields that I've gave it. And then finally, it's generated a contextual opening message based on what it's found about the company. Okay, so what we're going to be building today is a AI research agent that anytime a lead enters your funnel, it's going to do some background research, it's going to give you more context, and it's going to allow you to convert that lead better with personalization and actual context and research on the company. The fields that you need are going to be a different story. But so this is a typical flow. Lead books a call, you Google the company, you look at their website, you try to understand their business, and then you attend the sales call or you do your prospecting, your outreach, or whatever it is. What we're going to achieve today is we're going to have any lead that enters your funnel, it's going to be stored in your CRM. The research agent is going to run in the background. It's going to do structured research on the company by scraping their website, can scrape their LinkedIn profiles, a bunch of other stuff. That data is going to be written back to your CRM. In this case, it's Airtable, can be Google Sheets, can be HubSpot, can be whatever. The integration on how you do the integration is a different topic. And then here I've just got my conversion engine reads the context. That's my paid product. I'm not trying to pitch that to you, but I'm just showing you how this can be used in a real life scenario. My conversion engine will read that context, and then as the lead enters my funnel, when it follows up with them, it knows what touch points to focus on, what information it has on that company to give it a more effective follow-up. So here's the prompt. This is the original prompt I started with. I had to add to it. This is the prompt that the AI that's built the agent has gave me. So if you want to get access to this, click my school link below. You can enter this into, and I'll show you where in a second, into Visual Studio Code. Literally just grab that prompt, go into Visual Studio Code. So you just open up a folder. In your case, you'd create a new folder. I'm just going to open up my research agent. If you want access to this research agent, join my community and just drop a message in the chat. If I can zip these to you, I don't care. I'll just remove my environment variables. It might make it easier than using the prompt. If not, open up your codecs in Visual Studio Code. Go in here. Make sure you've already opened up your new folder, which would be Research Agent, and then just drop this prompt directly into Visual Studio Code. Let it do its thing. And you should be, once it's done its thing, you'll have all the files, blah, blah, blah. Might be easier if I just zip them to you, so drop me a message in my community if you do want that. So I've actually asked the AI to draft me an environment file. So you need to have all of these keys when you set this up. And all you do is you go into your codecs. This is the real one. This is the example. So you just open up the example, and then you're going to get your API key from OpenAI, which you just go to platform.openai, click on API keys, literally create one, paste it in here, choose your AI model. 4.1 mini is fine for this. Optional crawl depth for website research 6. Sure, keep that like that. And then here's where most people don't know how to do this part. So the Airtable API key, Airtable base ID, and the table name. So I've created this table here. So this is the table name, simply leads. This is the base ID up here. So just copy that, literally copy that, open up your code, and you literally just go here and boom. That's that done. And then you need your API key. It's called a token in Airtable. So you go to help, go to API documentation. It'll actually give you the base ID here. Here's the base ID. And then just go to authentication. And then it's got this link here. It says create/tokens. Click on that. I'm not going to do it because it's going to show my variables. But click on that. It'll take you to a screen, then click create token. So you'll end up on this screen. All you're going to do here is just type in the name, agent research, add a scope. So this is important. You want data.records read. You want data.records write. And then you want schema bases read. Okay, and then access, add a base. Give it your base name, which is called lead dummy data. In my case, can be whatever your base is labeled. If you're doing this in Excel, obviously there's a different process. I'm using Airtable. That's what I use. I am not associated with Airtable. I don't get commissions or anything, but I will leave a link below. So select the base and then just hit create token. I'm not going to do it because it's going to give me a token. I've already got mine. But create token, copy that, and then literally when you've got that token, go back to Visual Studio Code, and you just want to, where this equal sign is, just delete that, and then just paste it in. That's the base ID, but it will be a lot longer. This here you actually don't need. Once you're all connected, then we're going to try run this, okay? So I actually made a mistake. You want to keep these here. I didn't realize that the codex had added these in. You want to keep these here. This is how it's going to know whether to run the research agent on your database. So leave those alone. They're totally fine. And if they're exposed, it really doesn't matter. But then once you've done that, let me, am I still on this page? Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to close this. Like I said, I'm going to leave all the prompts and the documents in here in my school community, the AI Prospect School. This is a free community. I am working on content for this to turn it to paid. It's going to be stuff like this, lots of files and research agents and more ideas on how you can use AI that actually generates revenue and not just these fancy systems that do nothing. So join this for now, that's free. When I add the paid content, I'm going to be switching that. I haven't decided on the price yet. It's going to be cheap, but still, I am turning it paid regardless. Open up Visual Studio Code, and let's just say, let's run let's run a test. Okay. Let's see. And you should see this start populating with the information that the AI has scraped and done research on from the fields here. So it's basically just going to the website and it's just gathering all the data. You can add more touch points. There we go. Look, here we go. See 1, 2, 3. It's done those 3. It's going to add them all in. And here you can see it's got some unknown, which I would much prefer it be unknown. And the reason being is AI has a tendency for producing just random facts out of nowhere. I'd rather it say it doesn't know, and that's in the prompt there, instead of giving me some bogus information, right? So this is much better like this, and you can see, I don't know why it's doing it like all over the place, but it's going to fill them all in. But you can see here, company summary, marketing agency with AI and creative strategy, industry, marketing agency and AI, creative strategy focus, brand strategy and creative, blah, 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 getting premium and luxury businesses. I don't know what luxury businesses are. They're in New York. Marketing signals, minimal visible lead capture forms or CTAs, leads likely generated through brand reputation and direct email contact. Now, the reason it's saying that for me is because it's focusing, this is geared to my business, which is the conversion system. So this is using touch points that I would use. But if it's your business, obviously you modify the prompt. What I would suggest you do is go into the research prompt, grab this, go to ChatGPT and just say, modify this for XYZ, whatever your business does. Here we go, technology signals. Now this is cool. This is telling me what technology they're running on their website. So we've got analytics, Hotjar. This one here is WordPress. I'm going to confirm this as well, just to make sure that this is legit. We got here conversion, pipeline signals, inbound lead capture through website contact form, newsletter signups, build marketing lists. Okay. Starting clients typically engage with 1 or 2 services. Strong emphasis on content and newsletter points. I noticed mid-end marketing specializes in marketing for the meat industry. How do you tailor? Okay, this is saying suggested what? Suggested conversation angle. Okay. I noticed specialized in marketing for the meat industry. How do you tailor your strategies to evolve? Oh, okay. That's cool. Can you share how MB Consulting currently engages and acquires new clients? That's awesome. I see Total Displays offers extensive trade show exhibit services. What type of events do you focus on most? So you can change this to be not so, like when you ask a question, it normally backfires. Why are these not finishing though? Is it still working? Okay, so it only did 5 records. Can you do the remaining? Okay, it did do it in my other run where I forgot to record my screen. So I know it does work, but this is cool too. So you got lead scoring. It scores the lead based on quality and what it thinks would be likely to convert for your business. And then you got lead score. Why? Website shows minimal content and no clear indication of services or lead capture mechanisms. So for me, that's kind of bogus. I don't want to talk to someone that doesn't have leads coming in. So that's a rank to 1. So I don't focus on that, right? Clear service. Let's have a look here. What's this one say? Clear service offering and active CTAs and a contact form indicating organized lead capture. Okay, so that might be a good prospect for me. And then it's even got suggested first response. Hi, I'm interested in how Total Displays customize exhibits for different trade shows. Could you tell me which industries or event types you typically serve? Probably not the best. Like I said, this is not perfect. Hi, I visited MB Consulting site and noticed limited information online. Could you tell me more about how you typically find new clients? Okay, that's kind of cool. I actually like that. Okay, so as you can see, look, it's finished everything now. Got some good leads, got some not so great leads. One thing I want to check is the technology. So, Applebox Studio, let's do that one. WordPress CMS, Google Analytics for traffic and behavior, that's pretty standard. But I want to make sure that this is accurate. This is actually WordPress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up their website. Okay. Now I want to make sure this is WordPress. Easiest way to do that, just view the page source. And I can tell that it is actually WordPress, but let's just do a search. WP content. Anything that's built in WordPress is going to have this path here, WP content, you can see. So it's legit, and that's probably how the AI has figured out that it is WordPress, because it's got this path. So it is doing this correctly. You know, it's not hallucinating. It's getting the right information. It's giving you some angles to talk about. It's got the location here, Pittsburgh. Let's see if that's on the site somewhere and if it's legit. There we go. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There you go. So that is legit. It is in Pittsburgh. It is in Pittsburgh. Let me close that. So as you can see, this is doing exactly what it needs to do. It's giving you some different conversion angles. It's giving you suggested replies. It's scoring the leads based on, you know, what your business does. This obviously, you can modify this for your business and what you want to do. But it would be cool for someone like an SEO agency where, you know, you want to do like a bit of an audit on their website, and then you want to send them that audit with actual data and not just say, oh, your website's trash and, you know, you should hire me for making it better. This is going to give them some actual insight and show, you know, that you've done your research and you've actually looked into their company, and it's going to improve that conversion rate just by adding this personalization to it. So, yeah, there you go. There's the AI research agent built in Visual Studio Code. It's all done there. Click the link below if you want to get access to all the prompts and all the files and the setup for this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.